I'm Chris with iPhone in Canada. Along with the release of iOS 7 on September 18th, Apple released its iPhone 5S and iPhone 5C on the 20th. Now, both phones coming preloaded with the newest operating system. For iOS veterans and rookies, the changes in iOS 7 may seem a little daunting. So let's take a look at some of the new gestures, features, and tips in iOS 7. The very first thing you'll notice is the new lock screen. Unlike the blocky look of iOS 6, you now have the date and time floating over top of your background. The slide to unlock and the quick camera access are also a lot more transparent as well. The lock screen gives you the feel of the phone being much larger. And speaking of your backgrounds, Apple has added in a bunch of new ones, and there are even choices of moving backgrounds. Of course, be careful. The moving ones will, of course, drain your battery a lot faster. Another feature that is a battery drain on your phone but does look really cool is the parallax effect of icons and alerts. Now, by default, it is on, and what it does is as you move your iPhone, the apps, well, they sort of move with you like they're floating. The effect even works on the lock screen. Now, I do apologize if this isn't coming through super clear on the video. To turn it off, you go into Settings, General, Accessibility, and then tap on Reduce Motion. You want it toggled on. Next, we have Control Center. To access it, you simply swipe up from the bottom of the screen. This can be accessed at any point while using your iPhone, including on the lock screen. With Control Center, Apple is giving you quick access to some of your features, including turning on the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, adjusting your brightness, or even turning on the flashlight feature. Unfortunately, Control Center isn't customizable. To access notifications, you swipe down from the top of your screen. Again, it can be accessed at any time. Much like in iOS 6, it provides you with quick little updates from apps that you allow to be displayed. Things like Twitter, email, stocks, and many other apps. But what's different is Notification Center is now broken into 3 categories: Today, All, and Missed. Today gives you a quick look at things like your calendar, stocks, and events for the next day. All is your classic Notification Center that you've seen in previous iOSs. Here you have all your stuff from your Starbucks balance, game notifications, texts, and emails. This section is very customizable within your settings. Finally, you have Missed, which is pretty obvious. It shows you all your notifications in reverse chronological order that you haven't acted upon. Now let's take a look next at Apple's multitasking. You still access it the same way by double tapping the home button. Instead of just bringing up the app icons, you now get the icon and a card showing what the app was or is running. To quit an app, all you have to do is flick the card up. What's cool is you can close multiple apps at once by using 2 or 3 fingers. A nice addition for iOS 7 is the font size. This allows you to, of course, change the size of the fonts for such things such as mail and text messages. It doesn't work with every app, and it doesn't make the font super huge, but if you're looking for a little bit bigger font size, it's a nice addition. With iOS 7, you can now update your apps without even thinking about it. Apple has included automatic updates. It works with music, apps, and books. If there is an update to an app, your iPhone will detect it and automatically update it without you even knowing or having to do anything. This can be convenient if you're someone who rarely checks for updates or lets updates add up. However, this convenience comes at a price: your battery. To turn the feature on and off, just go into the settings and then the iTunes and App Store. You can now quickly share such things as photos, videos, contacts with other nearby iOS users. To activate it, launch Control Center and tap on AirDrop. From there, you can set it to your contacts only or open yourself up to anyone. Of course, with AirDrop, if someone sends you something, you can decline it. So don't worry about being bombarded with all sorts of data. Some of my favorite features in iOS 7 have to do with the camera. The app has been redesigned and it feels much more user-friendly. To switch modes, you simply swipe left or right just above the camera shutter button. You can now shoot video, photos, square, and panorama, and if you pick up the new iPhone 5S, you'll also have slow-mo option. It's also a lot easier to switch your HDR mode off and on, as well as the flash. They are accessed along the top. You'll also notice along the bottom, you can now add filters in real time. There are 9 to choose from. Don't like a filter after you've taken a shot? No worries, you can always change it via the edit function. Also within the camera app is a burst mode. You can take continuous shots just by keeping your finger on the shutter button. Oh, and if you enjoyed the grid function, it's not totally gone. You can turn it on within the settings, but it is continuously on. There's no easy way to switch the grids on and off. Lastly, we have the new photo app. Gone is the endless scroll of images. Now they're broken into moments, basically sorted by date the picture was taken. You can even decide to share all the photos from a certain date or just some. If you don't like the moments view, why not try collections? Pictures are now grouped between specific dates. You can even tap and scroll through them quickly. You can even sort your collection by year, and again, you can quickly scroll through them. Your pictures should be a lot more organized, and that's a good thing if you're like me who takes a ton of pictures and video. So there's just a basic rundown of some of the big changes and my favorite changes in iOS 7. That should help you get up and running without any issues. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love a like. It helps me grow my channel. Also, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. For more daily iOS and Apple news, make sure you check out iPhoneincanada.ca. I'm Chris with iPhone in Canada. Thanks for watching.